Hello and welcome to today's episode of Infobotts Podcast, episode number 15, and I want to make this one a special tribute. And this is a story that I just saw, and also something on television was broadcast about this as well, but this came from the CBS station affiliate in Fort Worth, Texas. And the title of the story was Curtis and Betty Tarpley Rest Together in Peace. Married couple, 53 years, die of coronavirus less than an hour apart, holding hands. Curtis and Betty Tarpley were high school sweethearts, married for 53 years. They were both diagnosed earlier this month with coronavirus. It started with 80-year-old Betty. My parents are just normal people, but now the whole world knows their story, said their son, Tim Tarpley. It's a love story that's been shared across the country, one that Tarpley said wouldn't have been possible without the nurses and doctors at Texas Health Harris Methodist Hospital in Fort Worth. When his mother was admitted after feeling fatigued and receiving a positive COVID-19 test, it didn't take long for his father to follow. However, she declined faster. Tim says, "My mom called me and said, 'Hey, I just want to let you know I'm ready to go.' I yelled and screamed and thought maybe if I talked to her, I could inspire her to have one last bit of will to live." Then Tim called his dad, who had tested positive. He was on a separate floor of the hospital. He said to his son, "How's your mom?" Tim said, "Not good. She may not make it past tomorrow." And it was like at that moment, knowing my mom was going to go, it was okay for him to go too. Tarpley said it was the nurses he'd never seen or met that made their last moments together as a family so special. It was some doctor or nurse, Tim says, I think it was Blake, that all we know about him is just the name. He really went out of his way to get my mom moved from her room to his room. And then they just placed their hands near each other. And the next thing we know, they grabbed each other's hands. And that's how they went, within 1 hour of each other. It was a gesture, Tarpley said, he could never thank them enough for, especially since they deal with death all day long. Tim Tarpley said, "There's still so many, unseen heroes that like to help facilitate the ending of their patients." Thank you for listening. We hope you will support our efforts here at Infobotts Podcast, and will join us again for another episode.